So, you want to buy a new car, huh? Whether it be for yourself, your spouse, your family, your kid, or even your dog, car buying can be really stressful. Come on, let's admit it. No one wants to overpay and feel like they've been ripped off, right? So today, I'm gonna share with you guys some insider information from a former car salesman. Hush hush. So you can get your dream car that you've always wanted at a great price and everyone walks away happy. A couple years ago, I was working at this dealership in Southern California, doing sales, right? So I noticed a trend back then. A lot of people that are coming into the dealership, they didn't really understand how the car buying process worked. And they would constantly overpay and feel like they've been ripped off, or get stuck into these long contracts that really put them into a financial burden, which really sucked because all they needed was some information, like the video that I'm making right now. If they had this video, life would have been easier. They would have saved thousands of dollars. But I'm making this video right now so you guys can save some money and get your next car and get a great deal on it. So let me tell you how dealerships work. So the factory sells it to the dealer, and the dealer sells it to the consumer, which is you. So for example, like if the factory sells a car to the dealership for $20,000 and the dealership sells it to you for $30,000, then the dealership made $10,000. And then for the salesperson, the guy that's selling the car, he makes a quarter or 25% of that. So 10,000, a quarter of 10,000 is 2,500. That's right. So the salesperson makes $2,500 while the dealer makes the rest. So the higher the margin, the more profit. The goal for you as a car buyer is to make sure the margin is as low as possible. Tip number 1, you have to understand when the best time is to get a car. So car salespeople and dealerships both have quotas to meet at the end of the month, right? So that means they have to sell a certain amount of cars every month to stay in business or employed. So in that case, the best time to get a car is going to be the last day of the month. Hop in there, 2 hours before they close, talk to the sales manager, be like, hey, I'm looking to buy a car. I know you guys are motivated to sell. Let's make a deal. Let's do it. This is the best time to buy a car. And if they're not open on the last day of the month, hop in the day before. So I know some dealerships aren't open on Sunday, so hop in Saturday night, maybe around 7 before they close. Boom, get that car. They're gonna give you a good deal on it, and that's the secret. Tip number 2 is to do some research on the car you want before going into the dealership. Just like with buying anything else, you wanna make sure you find the car with the right price, do some market research. Just like on Amazon, if you're buying like a kitchen appliance, you wanna make sure it's the cheapest one, because why would you wanna pay more for the same thing, right? One website I'd recommend is cargurus.com. Over there you can find your car, just type in the make and model and year. This works really well for used cars, so like it will show you like the price, if it's a good deal, if it's not a good deal. And then if you go further and click on the car, you can see like how many days it's on the lot. Usually the longer it is on the lot in the dealership, the more motivated dealers are likely to sell that car. So for example, if a car has been on the lot for like over 90 days, and chances are they're trying to get rid of that car as soon as possible, so you can get a good deal on that. Tip number 3, specials and promotions. Make sure you check online if there are any specials or promotions that are going on for the car you want. For example, if you're looking for a Toyota RAV4, right? Type in Toyota RAV4 into Google and then type in specials, and boom, maybe you find something, or Toyota RAV4 promotions. There's usually something going on all the time, and most of the time it's gonna be money back or a special rates, special financing, stuff like that. So make sure you do that before you go into the dealership. In addition, you can also haggle a little bit more and get an additional discount on top of the specials and factory discounts that you saw online. Who doesn't want to save more money, right? Number 4, don't get screwed over by high interest rates. So at this point, you're sitting down with a car salesman. He's trying to sell you a car, you're ready to buy, and then he hands you a little paper with numbers on it, and then you're like, holy crap, the interest rate is too damn high. At that point, you could walk away and maybe call the bank. Sometimes, the bank will give you a lower interest rate than dealership will give you. So yeah, if you think your interest rate is too high, they're trying to rip you off over there, just go to the bank, get a loan, and then come back with the cash and just throw it in the salesperson's face. I'm just kidding. But yeah, try it out and see if the bank will give you a better interest rate. Number 5, trade-ins. So currently you're driving a car and you want to trade this car in for a different car at the dealership for some money back, right? Or money down. this is not a good idea because they won't give you the money or the value for your car. They won't give you the money for the value of your car. Yeah. What I would do instead is to try to sell it on Craigslist, Facebook, or even bring it to CarMax. They would pay a lot higher than the dealership would pay you. So, and then you can take that money and throw it in the salesperson's face again. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, CarMax does pay a lot higher than most dealerships. So go to them first and then see how much they would pay you, and then go to the dealership and compare and contrast the prices. Step number 6, ask for some freebies. So at this point, you're negotiating with the dealership, talking to the salesperson, you guys are going back and forth on price. You like the car, but the price is a little high, a little bit more than what you want to pay for. So you guys are negotiating, and then he's giving you a counter. This is like the 4th and 5th counter now. He goes into the office, brings back the big dog, the sales manager. You're screaming at him now, it's getting a little heated. He's screaming back at you. The sales manager is screaming at both of you. Everyone else in the dealership is looking at you guys and, taking videos now, about to make you world star famous. Shit is going down, right? So now the manager goes up to you and says, "What do you mean you want better price? This is best price I can do. I cannot even sell this to my mother at this price." So what you want to do at this point is take that big wad of cash you got from the bank earlier and just throw it in their faces. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, what you want to do instead is ask them if you buy the car right now at this price, if they can offer you some services. For example, like free tires, some brake pads, maybe oil changes, or even like car washes. Or better yet, if you're from like outside the state, if you're trying to get your car shipped across the country, ask them to pay for your shipping. And most of the time, they're willing to do it. So at this point, you guys shake hands, everyone's happy, you got your new car, and boom, that's how you buy a car. Alright, I hope this video was helpful. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of hate from people in the auto industry, giving everyone away their secrets. But if you liked the video, make sure you drop me a like, share it with your family who's buying a car, with their friends, etc. Oh yeah, also if you have any questions, make sure to comment in the section below. I'm gonna try my best to answer every one of those questions, and yeah, good luck on buying your new car.